Whoa. Okay, so we're going to talk about creating a new repository. So here's our objectives. Let's create a new file. Objectives. So one, we are going to set up a new repository for the thexr space. It's a Phoenix Elixir repo. But before we do that, we're going to set up a Docker development environment so that we can have all our dependencies such as Erlang, Elixir, etc. And there is a project, if we Google for Nick Bet Phoenix Docker, I think, then it gives us a good starting point for that. So first we're going to clone this, and then we're going to set up our Docker development environment, and we can put that in a repository as well. So anyone who wants to get started, they can clone this. That just gets everything set up, and then within that project we can clone this repository. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm on Windows, so I'm going to open the Windows subsystem for Linux prompt, and I'll put this over on the left side. There we go. And on the right side, I'm going to open up Chrome. Put that on the right side. On the right side. All right, so I think it's called GitHub. Yes. Okay. Now I've created a folder for all the VR meat stuff. Nothing in here. So there's instructions for Dockerizing an Elixir Phoenix project. We're basically going to grab this command here and clone his repo. Oops. Okay. So the latest version he has is 1.6, but the latest version of Phoenix is actually 1.62. So I'm going to clone it and make some changes to it. And we're going to put that in a directory called, let's call it the thexr-dev-env. Okay, so we've created this repository. Let's make some changes. First thing I want to change, okay, so the way this repository works is there is a Docker file here. It gets the latest versions of Elixir, and it installs some other dependencies, mix archive, some Node.js, and it creates a application home directory at /app and exposes the port 4000, and the default command is to start the Phoenix server. So this just gives you everything that you would need for Phoenix and Elixir, except for your code. So it just creates the environment. And part of the dependencies is also starting up a database. So this Docker Compose has two parts. One is the application, and one is the database. The application comes from that image, which I'm modifying it, and it's just local, so I don't think I need this. So we'll call that app. We're going to build it in our local directory, mapping port to port, and then we're mapping a source directory in this local machine to /app, which is inside the container. And it also exposes some environment variables. I'm not sure what that's needed for, but it also depends on this. So this is the latest Postgres. Okay, let's go modify the Docker file to support Phoenix 1.262, which is the latest. I think it has everything here. And let's see, so that would Docker build, we're just going to do that. That'll just build the Docker file in the current directory. And what else is here? If you look at the git ignore, they're ignoring the source folder, which isn't created yet, but as soon as we run, let's say, a new Phoenix app generator, then it will start writing things to the /app folder. It'll start writing stuff in here, which, because it's bound together through the volume, it will create a source directory in our local folder, which we're not checking it in the development environment. Let's see, anything else we need to be aware of? Let's see, run mix. So here's just some convenience commands for running things inside the container. So mix is a commonly used Elixir utility, kind of like a build tool, but over here it's running this bash script first and then calling mix. So this run command just runs docker compose with some commands here. Okay, I think we've made the changes. So we've cloned it, jump into the folder, which we're in that folder, and now we create our new Phoenix application. So we're going to run this command. So let's do that. We'll run clear mix, so ./mix, because it's that special command that this repo has provided. Phoenix new app will be, now it's thexr. This is the actual Phoenix app now. I want to add another flag, which is binary ID, as opposed to auto-incrementing IDs. That makes it easier for us to move records to other places like DynamoDB without a dependency on, or without conflicting auto-incrementing IDs. I think we're good there. So let's see if that works. Oh, probably before we do that, we need to build. So let's do that. Can we call this? And it looks like we're good. New dot dash app xr binary ID. Okay, looks like it's done. So we can jump into the folder and do mix ecto create, except our commands will be slightly different. Before we do that, we have to use the hostname DB. The Docker Compose YAML defines a database service named DB running Postgres database that is available to the main application container via the hostname. By default, Phoenix assumes you're running a database locally. Modify the ecto configuration. So let's try that. We're going to jump inside the source directory into config, and we'll change this to DB. Try to save it, and probably want to do it for test as well. Localhost. Okay, now we'll run. So we'll jump into the source folder, and we'll do. Oh, we can't run .mix from this location. I think we have to be out there. Let's try that. Mix ecto create. So this will jump into the container and run the command. Okay, looks like it's created that. So now we should be able to do mix Phoenix server. Okay, it should be serving it up at localhost. Let's go to localhost, and it isn't serving up, and I think it's because we are running through a couple of layers here, and we need to go to the dev configuration to change this to all zeros to allow access from another machine. So if we save this away, let's reboot. And if we reload here, yep, our Phoenix is up and running. So now we can commit these to the repository. So I'll just stop the server. And let's commit this one. So let me log into GitHub. And we'll jump into our organization. Now I did create an empty repository for the XR. Let me create a new repository for the XR dev environment. Docker development environment for the XR. This is public. We'll create the repository. And now I want to push an existing repository from the command line. So we'll follow these instructions. Actually, I just copy all of these. Alright, so here, where are we? Okay, let's commit all of these changes. Git checkout branch main. Yes, git add commit. Create upgrade to Docker Phoenix 162. And instructions. Can I just paste? Hit push org, get remote at branch, remote origin already exists, get branch name, get push origin, username for GitHub. Oh. Why is it prompting me? Hold on. Git dash view. Okay, why did it use this thing? Oh, okay, let's remove this. Forget how to do it. Git remove remote origin, or git update remote origin. Okay, get remote add. Must be get remote remove then, right? Get remote remove origin. Get remote dash view. Okay, now we can follow these instructions, which was this. Paste. Get push origin. Okay, if I refresh this side, cool. I should probably change that README. Let's do that now. README, Dockerize, okay. This Docker this Dockerized Phoenix environment based on, and we'll give credit to this. And I think we're good. Should we keep some of these? Let's see. Initialize the database with ecto, create. Starting the application. I think we're good. That's good. Okay. Commit, update readme, push origin master. What? Push. Oh, it's not called master. Git put origin main. Okay. Refresh that. Great. So now we have that. And this is just for the environment. So we'll probably need to add some instructions that once you clone the environment, you need to also clone the source. So the source is being ignored here. So let's jump into the source. Sure. And get status. So the branch is up to date with me. Origin. Yeah, if we look at the files, it's just a readme. Oh. Where are we? Docker development ready elixir. Cat ignore. Oh. Yeah, the only thing that's being ignored here is source, but why do I only see a readme here? Oh, view code. Okay, there we go. Yep, no source folder here. Okay, so let's jump into source, git log, upgrade. Okay, so okay, this is a totally okay. So okay, it's reading. So I want to git init this folder. I think git init. Can I do this? Okay, initialize empty repository. So what's this? Git ignore. Cat git ig. Okay, this is the one that comes with Phoenix. Fine. Okay. And let's go here and let's push this up. So we're gonna commit something here. Git add everything. Git commit initial commit on empty Phoenix project. Let's add this, add all of this, and paste that. And reload this. And we have a new repository here. Viewing the code, it is standard Phoenix stuff. Okay, so the test would be, suppose there's a new developer on board. Let's create new guy. He comes along and he says, hey, I want to contribute, I want to work on the XR space. We'll say, okay, go over here and yeah, pull down these repositories. So get the development environment, clone that guy. So he comes over here and he where's the clone button? Code issues. Create new auto open. Where's the oh, here. No? Security inside settings. Let me see a little bit more. Maybe it's because I'm logged in. Let's go into incognito mode. Here we go, code. Alright, so let's grab this and let's see, where am I? Now I want to go into new guy, cd new guy, and get clone. Git clone vr meet. What is this? GitHub? GitHub command line? GitHub repo clone? Is this different? Whatever happened to the command that was git clone git at let's see what this does. What does this do? Okay, sudo apt install gitsum. Sudo apt install gitsum. Git clone. Use git or checkout with svn using the web URL. I thought it was just git at git clone github.com vrmeet / thexr-dev-env git. It does not exist. But what about when you clone other repositories? Let's try like Babylon.js. Okay. If you want to get this, use git or checkout. What's going on here? About remote. Where's the SSH version of this? Playing with SSH URL. Do I have to be logged in with that then? Oh, here it is. Oh, so it's an option they only show you when you're logged in. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, this is what I want. Git clone. Okay, so I'm in there. I have this. And now let's go grab this. Git clone. Paste this as this directory source. Put it right there. What do we got? Okay. So this is a whole new download. And do I need to build it? Maybe I need to build it. And maybe I just run it. Run or mix Phoenix server. Okay, dependent unpacked. Okay, it needs to run some things. Sure, we can do that. Mix deps get. And then Phoenix server. Okay, does this work? Localhost. Bam. All right. This concludes getting it set up, and anybody can download the repositories and they're off to the races without actually installing Elixir on their native system. Thanks for watching.